Hey everybody, great to have you back here in the fish tank. Today we're going to look at Morellia's alternative perk, the Rites of the Dead. This is a little series we're doing where we're going through all the alternative perks that are available at the moment for testing, which is almost all of them. Now, if you missed the original video where I went through all of the perks and showed you how one of them worked, the Diona one, make sure you check out the video that's in a card somewhere. But today we're specifically going to be looking at Morellia's one. So remember, the alternative perks allow you to change the perk up until the point you unlock it. So Morellia's perk 1 is the alternative is called Rites of the Dead. Now remember, her original perk 1, which you can still choose of course, is the Book of the Dead, where you get the 4 options: the Skeleton, Spirit, the Drain, or the Spell Reduction. And the alternative to that is the Rites of the Dead, where it adds a random one-use book page to the top of your deck every 18 seconds. Have a few questions about how this might work, but they can often be answered by just testing it out. So let's do that. So here's just a very cheap, quick cycle Morellia deck. Sorry, it's not supposed to be good, just something to allow us to test it. I like to use lots of cheap cards against the bots, because if you have some strong cards, you end up just winning too quickly. But let's give it a go. Right, so this is an alternative for her perk 1, so we can choose it up until that perk 1 unlocks. So if we go to the UI down here, we've got the Book of the Dead, or we've got the Rites of the Dead. Disappeared a little bit quickly there, but so we're going to select the Rites of the Dead, and we are going to have a quick look here what it says. So we get 6 skeletons, 2 spirits, drain life. Okay, so it's the same stuff, but it's a random one. And crucially, you get it more often. So I think that's really the key to it. Taking the randomness into your hands a little bit, but you're going to get it more often. It's every 18 seconds as opposed to every 25 or something. Right, there we go. So we've got the skeletons. People are going to have to remember or learn the different icons for sure. Right, so there was the skeletons. You want to use it as quickly as possible, because then the cooldown starts, the timer. We've got 10 seconds left to go for the next one. Now we've already unlocked that, we can't go back to the other one. What are we going to get next? Okay, so this is the Drain Life one. It's going to kill that guy there. Again, we're counting down to the next one. So it's kind of interesting, because you can't just plan ahead of what you're going to do with it. You're going to have to react to whatever the game decides to give you. Right, next up is... this is the Spell Reduction one, which is going to be a little awkward. So we probably should have built our deck with that in mind. We can't reduce the cost of any spells, because we don't have any 4+ cost spells. But it's good. Already we've learned a little lesson. Right, so one thing I didn't notice is we're now at perk 2. Well, let's have a look. This is the Spirit, so this is going to give us, okay, so this gives us the perk 2 version of the Spirit, so it's going to give us 2 spirits. So what happened at perk 2 was a question we had from the description, but now we know. You still get a random one every 18 seconds, but it's the empowered version. So you get the 2 spirits, the 6 skeletons, the double drain, or the double mana reduction. Okay, so again, we've got the drain life there, so that should drain 2 of them. And the perk 3 should be completely unchanged. We'll have just the regular dragon and breath business. Okay, so we're about to hit perk 3.
Blue gains the 3rd perk.
Spellbook popped as well. Okay, so the spirits pop in there at the same time as the dragon is pretty nice. So we can get us a couple of spirits here. We can spawn this a little early, because we'll get the first spirit. Oh, this might miss actually. If this dragon takes a little while to come in. Okay, again, we learned a lesson there. Normally, anything you spawn would have got that second spirit, but because the dragon has the breath coming through, it takes a little bit too long. Right, this time we got the skeletons. Still says summon the 3 skeletons. No, it says Unholy Bargain, summon the 6. A little bit confusing. But it's just using the same details from the basic version of the book. Let me know what you think about this. You get the buffs more often, but they're random, so you kind of need to build your deck in a way that's going to be able to take advantage of all of them. Does that make it better? Does it make it worse? Does it make it awkward? Is it going to change the way you would normally build a deck? Right. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm glad we tested it out because we got to learn some new stuff from it. So that's Morellia's alternative master perk. As always, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this change? Is it something that you think you would play over and above the other one? Not sure about this one. Is this one that you would choose in deck building or react to? It's kind of interesting. You get more value on paper, but of course it depends on what is on the field, so you don't get the ability to choose what to do. So maybe some high skill there, getting value out of it when you're not sure what you're going to do. As always, hit the subscribe button. Great to have you here. I'll keep you up to date on all things Minion Masters. I'm Bad as Fish, and I'll see you again in the next one. Oh, there's a subscribe button there. I wonder what happens if you push it. Try it. I dare you. Do it! Good job.